Hi, dear super intellects. Hope you filled your intellect with last day's topics like data transfer on internet as well as type of internet connectivity, types like wired connectivity and wireless connectivity, and in what data transfer on internet we mainly use as packet. Okay, we transfer data in terms of packets. And today we have four super simple, super interesting topics for discussion. It's about introduction to instant messaging, chatting with a contact, Google Talk, creating and publishing web pages with the help of blog, and using offline blog editors. And of course, this is very familiar to you, and you're always going with this, and it's a part of your life, right? Okay, so just to the topic, straight to the topic. And here the first is, of course, introduction to instant messaging. Actually, you know what instant messaging is. It's simple. It's a form of communication over the internet that offers an instantaneous transmission of text-based messages from sender to receiver. That means it doesn't support only text-based messages. Okay, we can perform. We have a number of options for sending different types of data or transferring different types of data. Like you can transfer files. You can perform audio chat, video chat, conferencing, and sharing desktop. Okay, yes. Apart from standard text chat, that means it doesn't support text-based messages only. Okay, it supports all kinds of data, all kinds of real-time transferring of all kinds of audio, video, conferencing, sharing desktop even, right? Okay, you know the purpose of sharing desktop. At the time of software maintenance, you'll have to share your desktop, okay, with the help of softwares like TeamViewer, UltraViewer. There are a number of softwares like, okay, Autodesk, yeah. So this is what actually IM is, instant messaging is. That means instantaneous transmission of data. That means transferring of data at the very moment. Okay, yes. Then instant messaging software is widely used for personal and commercial use. Okay, in this session we'll be mainly focusing on instant messaging and implementing what instant messaging, okay, through messaging apps. Yes. So steps to create instant messaging account, and okay, you know how to work with all that. Okay, okay, actually we all are that pretty familiar with all these instant messaging applications like WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, right? Okay, then this what we're doing at present is Teams, right? Okay, the most advanced way of communication. Okay, yes. So unlike email, instant messaging happens in real time. That's the difference. Okay, email messaging, it's not a kind of real-time transferring of data, of course. Then and response from participants can be spontaneous. You know, these are the two differences between email and real-time or instant messaging. One is this happens what instant messaging happens in real time, and response is spontaneous at the very moment. Okay, yes. Some instant messaging software allow user to view what messages received when they are not logged on. It's called offline messages. You know that, right? Okay, yes. For utilizing audio and video or conferencing, you need to have a microphone, of course, and headset. Okay, and speakers and web cameras. Okay, yes, which makes the transferring or the mode of communication so friendly. Yes. Then key features of an instant messaging software messages. Okay, text messages can be sent to one or more person, similar to SMS. You know what SMS is. Short message service. Okay, then audio calling and conferencing is possible, video calling and conferencing, file transfer not limited to documents only, spreadsheet, audio files, video files, etc. Just like transferring files over WhatsApp, then Telegram, whatever it is, right? Okay, in our platform Teams, whatever it is, yeah. Then message history, save messages to for further reference. Okay, history is also provided by these accounts. Okay, then instant messaging account, you know, okay, if you want to transfer data over your WhatsApp or Facebook Messenger or Telegram, whatever it is, okay, both the sender and the receiver both must have the same account, right? Okay, then participants messaging to each other need to be signed into the same account. Okay, same instant messaging software. To use instant messaging software, user must have a valid instant messaging ID, okay, account. Yeah. So instant messaging differs in formats. Some messaging software such as Yahoo Messenger, Windows Live Messenger use email address for managing the account, and software such as Skype use standard names. Okay, that means some platform uses your email address, right? Okay, but some other uses standard user names like Skype. Okay, then WhatsApp. Yeah. Then okay, then instant messaging services. Actually, there are two types of services provided by all instant messaging services or softwares. Yeah. application based and web based. Okay, application based and web based service. You know what application based is, right? Application based is simply the software is working with an application, right? Just like mobile application, what desktop application, whatever it is. Yeah. Then web based means it's running with the help of a browser. You can directly log in with the help of a browser and an internet connection. Okay, yes. So first we can look at application based. Application based instant messaging software is downloaded and installed on user's computer. Some of the popular instant messaging softwares are Google Talk, Yahoo Messenger, Skype, Windows Live Messenger, Rediff, etc. Okay, then of course examples, some other examples like WhatsApp, then Facebook Messenger, or some of application based. Most of the time, most of the softwares, instant messaging software supports both application based and web based. You know, WhatsApp, it supports both application based and web based. You can run it with the help of an application, WhatsApp application, right? WhatsApp app, right? Yes. Or you can make use of web, WhatsApp web, right? Yes. So then web based instant messaging software is accessed using browsers such as Internet Explorer IE, okay, Mozilla Firefox, Google Chrome, Safari, whatever it is. Yeah. And some web based applications are Meebo, Yahoo Messenger, MSN, IMO. Okay, are some of the web based. That means actually instant messaging has two formats. One is web based, other one is application based. And application based means with the help of a software, and web based means directly with going through browser, right? Okay, with the help of internet. Yeah, but most of the softwares IM supports both web based and application based. Yeah. Then creating an instant messaging account, it's familiar to you, so we don't have to take too much time. Okay, yeah. Google Talk, okay, Google Talk, that's software mentioned here. Okay, yes, Google Talk is an IM service that provides both text and voice communication developed by Google. Okay, yes, you can make video calls, and yes, Google Talk is free and is available as application based. Users need to download and install Google Talk application to their desktop, okay, mobile, yeah, and web based. Of course, it has two versions. Yeah, application based and web based. Yes. How can you get access to web based? User can use Google Talk through a browser after signing into Gmail account. Okay, you might have seen it, right? Okay, one is you can install a Google Talk on your device, or you can directly take your Gmail account, and there we have an option. There we have default Gtalk, okay, Google Talk. Yes. Then before start using Google Talk, you must have an account, right? Okay, Google account is secure. You have learned how to create a Google account or Gmail account, okay, earlier. Yeah. So just by using a Gmail account, you can get access to Google Talk. Yes, it can be launched, like launching Google Talk. Okay, you click start program Google Talk. Yes, that's a path. Yes. You can also double click on Google Talk icon, yes, on your desktop. Then okay, you need to have a list of contacts that are available for chat. Of course, it shows here in this picture, it's shown. Okay, yes, contacts. You can add their Gmail account to your contact list by sending an invitation. Okay, yes. Signing into your Google Talk account. To use Google Talk, you need to sign in with your account details. Of course, you have to sign in any account just for making it enable, right? Yes. So it will be ready to use. Okay. Yes. Then chatting with the contact Google Talk. That's our fourth session. Okay. As we have already created Google Talk. Okay, there are two options. One is you can install it as an application based. You can run it, or just by taking your Gmail. There is an option. Okay, Google Talk. Yeah. In this session, you'll learn how to chat with a contact that is already added to your contact list. Okay, and here is the interface. Yes, and your friend in the contact list is online. You can see the person along with the green dot. Right? It's shown here, green dot. Yeah. Then red for what is yours? It seems to be busy, right? The person seems to be busy. Yeah. You can start sending text messages instantly by double clicking on the contact. Okay, a window pop up as displayed below will be shown, and you can type the text in the text box and press enter. Okay, yes, I think no need to explain too much, you know it. Yeah, you're experiencing it day-to-day basis. Yes, go ahead and get a contact couple. Okay, whatever. Yeah, there are some general rules or etiquette to be followed while chatting. Okay, actually we have to follow this, right? This is somewhat a kind of standard. Yeah, messages should be shortened to the point. Okay, messages should be shortened to the point. Always introduce yourself by name if your screen name doesn't reflect it. Normally we are adding our name, right? In every platform, someone maybe what doesn't like to show it, so at the time it's better to introduce yourself. Okay, and always ask if the other person has time to chat first, right? We have to take care of the other person, yeah, regardless of how important you think what you have to say. And it's not going to be well received if the recipient is busy, you know. If the recipient is busy, or if the destination is busy, you may not be what emotionally satisfied, right? So at first you have to ask the receiver whether he's busy or not, whether she's busy or not, then only just proceed. Okay, proceed with the work. Yeah, proceed what you're doing. And in a business environment, know exactly what you want to discuss, because there must not be any loose talk. Okay, in a business environment, or in a standard, or in a formal meeting, or formal kind of transferring of data, or chatting, you must type exactly what you want to discuss. Okay, nothing else, nothing more, nothing less. Yeah, then typing a message in uppercase is extremely rude. It's considered shouting and very aggressive. Normally we're using what, lowercase, right? Okay, yes. Then give people time to respond. Yes, please don't be in a hurry. Okay, just give time to respond. Multiple questions sent to recipient before they have had a chance to answer can seem more like an interrogation rather than a conversation. Okay, don't go for interrogation. It's simply a conversation, right? Okay, keep in mind. Yeah, then whenever possible, give a person you're communicating with your individual undivided attention. Means when you're chatting with a person, just focus on that. Okay, please don't have multiple chatties. Yeah, okay, so undivided attention is needed, because yeah, okay, actually you're experiencing it, right? Okay, when you're chatting with a person and he's not answering in a time you're expecting, what you feel is, of course, you may not be interested in proceeding further, right? Okay, so undivided attention must be there. Yeah, it's not a sign of respect, but if you have multiple conversation happening, or are allowing each other issues to distract you, you may miss an important point in the other person's message. Okay, yes, you know it. Yeah, then it's important to properly end an IM conversation. You may think the chat is over, but the other person may not while you're off doing. Okay, just go say something that sir, I'm busy, I want to do something, so take care, see you next time, see you some other time. Okay, yes, so it should be somewhat friendly, right? Okay, so these are some of the standards, some of the etiquettes you must follow. Yes, then chatting on Gmail. Yes, chatting on Gmail. Okay, in this exercise you learn to chat with a contact using Gmail account. Actually we have looked at using Google Talk, right? And for using Google Talk, you must have an account. The other person also must have an account. Then you can click on the name. There are a number of indicators, right? Green, red. Yes, okay. Then now we're using what, Gmail for chatting. Okay, yes, you can also use the chatting service after signing into Gmail account. The same procedure will be followed. You can make voice chats, text chats, okay, etc. using Gmail account. Yes, if you want to if you'd like to chat with a contact, double click on the contact name. You can see a pop-up, right? Here it is. Yeah, so just like Google Talk. Okay, yes, now you can start typing messages. Okay, yes, so one more thing. Yes, a contact window will be displayed either on the left side or the right side with the browser. Okay, within the browser. Yeah, so the pop-up or the window will be displayed. Okay, yes, you can just go and click on that. Okay, it will be enabled. Yes, then chatting on Yahoo, just like chatting on Gmail, or chatting Google Talk with the help of or using Google Talk. You can make use of Yahoo for this the same service. Okay, instant messaging service. Yeah, so you have to go to download Yahoo first. Okay, yes, then you can start using just like this. Okay, you have an account. Yes, you must have an account. Just go through it. Okay, it's pretty simple. Yes, now we can move on to our next topic. Okay, next session 5, creating and publishing web pages, blog. Okay, yes, so actually it may be it may seem somewhat lengthy. Okay, it's a lengthy video, of course, because we are trying to cover 4 different topics. So what you can do is just don't go what tired, okay? So just split the time, and you can make it 3-4 parts, okay? Just watch it what splitting the time, splitting the video, okay? Yes, in a span of 5 minutes, okay, or 7 minutes, the maximum 7 minutes, okay? Then do watch it, watch the second part later some other time, okay? Yes, so you may not be getting bored. Yes, creating and publishing web pages. Blog, okay? You know what actually blog is? A blog is a discussion style site used by non-technical, not only non-technical, technical users as well, okay, for creating personal web pages. Actually, it is a discussion style website, okay? It's a discussion style site used by both technical and non-technical users for what? Creating personal web pages. Blogs are similar to online personal diary and simple use, okay? You know, you might have heard of blogs of celebrities like Amitabh Bachchan, Mohanlal, okay? They may be what expressing their feelings on some events or some mishappenings, okay? Yes. So many are looking at their comments. So that's what blog is actually. And nowadays blogs are not that much used because all are addicted to, all are using Twitter, right? Yes, they're making use of tweets to express their feeling, and it's a very what having a limited number of words allowed, okay? So it will be to the point. So blogs allows us for making our own comments, our own lengthy comments, okay? Yes, that's a difference. Yes, so nowadays blogs are not that used. Even then it's in our syllabus, we have to study it. Yeah, you can use a blog to convey messages about events, announcements, news, reviews, etc. Blogs are usually managed by using a web browser and requires an active connection, okay? Internet connection is needed. It's because we know all these are based on internet, right? Okay, running with internet. Yeah, you can also use offline blog software to create content first and later publish the content when an active internet connection is available. There are hundreds of websites that offer blog services for free. Some of the popular blog sites are you know, WordPress. That's one of the most commonly used, more widely used blog creating site, okay? Then blogger.com, blog.com, weebly.com, blogsome.com. Then how to create a blog account, okay? We are looking at how to create a blog account. Yeah, yes, WordPress is, okay, we are looking at WordPress, okay? WordPress is a free web service that you can use to create a beautiful website or blog, and there are a number of options. You can create like a beautiful website, okay? You can create a beautiful website with the help of WordPress. Yes, it supports for themes, for customizing the design of a blog. Themes can make blog or web pages look so attractive. Before you start using a blog account is required to create. Okay, you must have a connection. You just go to wordpress.com, okay, sign up. You have to sign up first, right? Okay, there are two processes: sign in and sign up. Sign up means creating the account, and sign in means after creating the account, just get into your account, okay? Yes, so just like login. Yes, you should now get a page, okay? You can enter your blog address, username, password, email address, and language. You must provide unique address to your WordPress blog. This is the address which others use to access your account, okay? Then email, password, okay? Secure your WordPress blog with a password, strong password. It's very important, and it must be a combination of uppercase, lowercase, and some digits along with some other symbols. It would be strong, right? Okay, you need to enter the passwords twice, right? Okay, just like creating some other accounts, you can create a blog account as well. Yeah, email address, language, and click create blog, okay? A blog will be created, and now you're looking at how to edit it, how to add our content, okay? Open email and click activation link, okay? It will be it will be sent to your email account for activating the blog, okay? So just click the activate blog, then it will be redirect to WordPress blog, okay? It will be created. Yes, you can see this message: your account is now active just after authentication, okay? Yes, on web pages about blog is already created, okay? To create a post, okay, now your blog is already created. To create a post, you just click on new post, okay? A window similar to this appears. You can see a number of things: bold, italics, okay, strike through, okay? There are a number of options, different ways of aligning your text. Yeah. Then title, you must provide a title. Then using the rich text box, you can type the content that you want others to read. Then once you have finished, okay, typing the content, you can publish the post for others to see. Okay, click publish post to publish the content. Yes. Okay, then it will be published and others could see it. Yeah. Okay, you can also add photos, of course, videos, etc. to the blog using the options available in WordPress. Okay, and leave a reply. You can leave a reply here. Now you can enter enter your comment here, text box, type your comment about the post, email, name, website. Okay, yes. So this is how you can create a blog account, and you can post something. Okay, you can publish something. Okay, and we have made use of WordPress. That's the most commonly used blog editor. Yeah. Okay, so you have to create a blog account first, then you can start adding your content. You can make it maximum attractive. Okay, yes, finally you can publish it. Yeah. Then our last topic, using offline blog editors. Okay, you know, offline blog editor, yeah, blogging, everything need internet, right? Needs internet. Yeah, if you do not have an active internet connection, you can create blogs using a blog application and publish the blog whenever the internet connectivity is available. Anyway, if you want to publish it, anyway you want to publish it, right? So at the time of publishing, internet connectivity must be there. Yeah, actually this offline blog editor means just for editing the blog. Okay, not for publishing. Yeah, there are several free offline blog editors available. Cumana, Windows Live Editor, Blogdesk are some of the examples. Okay, now we are making use of Cumana. Cumana is a free blog application that is simple and easy to use. Okay, launching Cumana, you have to install it first. Yeah, then start program Cumana. Okay, yes, then double click. Okay, on the desktop icon. You need an existing blog account to use with Cumana. Okay, in this you will learn to how to use your existing WordPress account. Actually we have an online WordPress account, right? Okay, and we have been doing with that WordPress account, and if the internet connectivity is not there, you can make use of Cumana just for editing the blog, not for publishing. Okay, yes, and your WordPress blog address, and click next. A login window appear, and you need to provide your details. Okay, details of your account. Yes, so after clicking finish, a window similar to this will be displayed. Okay, then you can, if posts are already available in your blog, Cumana will download and display the existing blogs as well. Okay, then yes, to create a post, how to create new post. Okay, window similar to the one this will be created. Okay, enter the title, post, and click publish post. Okay, once you click publish post, the post will automatically update to your WordPress blog. Okay, to view the published content, open the web browser and type your blog address. That means if the internet connectivity is there, it will be updated, right? Okay, you can include photos or pictures to your blog account. Okay, to your blog, that makes it attractive. To insert picture, here is a format. Okay, image icon will be there, so just click on that. You can browse for that. Okay, yes, so this way you can work with that. Okay, yes. To view the published content along with the picture, open the browser and type your blog address. Okay, yes. So one more thing, just after having the connectivity, yes, once you click browser open, okay, you choose the image to be uploaded. Okay, click the publish post, and once internet connectivity is available, you can publish it. Okay, yes. So these are the topics discussed for the day, for this session. Okay, then actually we have discussed four important topics: introduction to instant messaging, chatting with a contact, Google Talk, and creating and publishing web pages, blog, using offline blog editors. Actually these are very simple, very super simple, pretty interesting topics. Actually we have been using in our daily life. Okay, so this is we are that familiar to this. Okay, so just go through all this just for the sake of exam writing. Okay, and I know you're super intelligent, I know. Yeah, okay, so for the purpose of exam writing, you must have a clear understanding of the definition, the terminologies, the word websites, how to take, how to go, how to publish, how to take. Okay, all this kind of stuff. Yeah, so just go through it. As I've already mentioned, it seems to be something lengthy. Okay, somewhat lengthy. So what you can do is just split the video into 2 or 3 parts. Okay, just watch it in different times. Okay, yes, so you may not be feeling bored. Yeah, anyway we need it. Yeah, so this is all for the time being for this session. Okay, so thank you for watching. Have a nice time. Take care.